Yes, good morning everyone. I am Keith Harrison, the editor of the Express and Star, and it's my happy task to welcome you to this Behind Local News conference, focusing on local journalism in a digital environment. Yesterday at a conference I was on first after lunch, never a good slot, so it's great to be first on today when you're still all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and up for it. Anyway, I note on the agenda it says Keith Harrison to welcome and inspire people for the day ahead. Well, the welcome would be fairly straightforward. As for the inspiration, I'll see what I can do. So, welcome indeed to our fair city of Wolverhampton and this Premier League venue in the heart of the Black Country. I have pointed that out to Mark Reeves this morning already, as you would imagine. It is the only Premier League venue here in the West Midlands, at least until Saturday, as Mark hoped. I don't know why I say this, because I'm not actually a Wolves supporter, but the way they've helped our circulation in recent weeks and months, I am definitely becoming more of a fan. And we do use this lounge quite a bit for Express and Star events. To the left, you can see what's left of the historic Molyneux turf, and beyond that, the South Bank stand, fondly known as one of the friendliest stands in British football. If you believe that, you believe anything. To the right is a veritable vista of chimney pots, the local Asda stretching out to the railway lines beyond. All right, it's not the hanging gardens of Babylon. But what did you expect? Herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically over the M6. It's Wolverhampton, hey it. And we are genuinely proud for the city to be here, for you to be here in our city at this event. Now, you may not know this, but the motto for the city is out of darkness cometh light. It's a message of hope and determination in tough times that I believe applies not just to Wolverhampton, but to our industry too. Out of darkness cometh light. Remember that, because I absolutely love this. In fact, I see distinct parallels between the Black Country and the regional press. Both, at times, are unfairly maligned. Both have been written off in some quarters as deader than a Norwegian blue parrot. They have expired, they are bereft of life, they have ceased to be. And I've definitely just split the room there on a generational basis. Both have undergone huge change in recent years, but through it all, both have retained a resilient core. And by that, I mean you and me and 1,000 others back in our newsrooms. Our people are our most important asset, so says the corporate cliche seen in many workplaces. But it's one cliche that's absolutely true, especially in our industry and especially now. We need, and I believe we've got, people who believe passionately about the future of local journalism, and you'll hear from just some of them today. People who are determined to bring about the changes necessary, not just to survive, but to thrive in a new era of local journalism. I'm sure this event will highlight new ways of thinking, new approaches, and new ways of working. And as someone who spent the last 6 months looking through our digital strategy, I can assure you that old dogs can be taught new tricks. But at the same time, our foundations must be built on retaining the standards, the principles, and the core values that have guided our profession for hundreds of years. Now, recently, in a piece for Local Newspaper Week, I described the local people as fun-loving, straight-talking, hard-working, and tough as old boots. In many ways, the same characteristics apply to our industry. We like a laugh. Thanks. I'm beginning to doubt it. We pride ourselves on being straight-talking. We've got no choice but to be hard-working. And most of all, we genuinely are tough as old boots, hardened by years of social change, technological advances, and challenges that would have killed off lesser industries. We're still here, proving as obstinate, durable, and yes, as essential as we ever were. Anyone who doubts that should have been at the Society of Editors Awards last Friday, and I know some of you were. There, the industry marked a vintage year of investigations, probing reports, and high-quality journalism, rightly topped off with acknowledgement for the Manchester Evening News and its outstanding coverage of last year's horrific bomb attack in the heart of their city. It was a worthy celebration of an industry absolutely still alive and kicking. So I'm delighted to see the emergence of Behind Local News, because in journalism, as in life, I always think it's best to be on the front foot. Be positive, be passionate, do something. Now, there are plenty of places where you can read the out-of-date opinions of the grey cardigans and the naysayers. Often these people left the industry years ago. It was different in my day, they say. Yes, it bloody was. And it's about time some of you realise that. Now, I've been in this job for 32 years. I know. Look how young it's kept me. So some of us can remember these so-called glory days. It was a time of soaring circulation, unending ad revenues, and newsrooms packed to the rafters with armies of experienced staffers and legendary top operators. At the time, the industry achieved great things, and we respect that. So with that in mind, I ask those who would now do our industry down to show us the same respect. Let those of us who are at the coalface now get on with it. Please, at least acknowledge the issues we are facing: falling circulation, financial pressures, and fewer resources than ever before. Understand that things have moved on, and we are moving on with them. Change is happening faster than ever, and we are doing all we can to adapt and thrive in this new landscape. I was speaking at another conference recently. It seems to be it's all I do. I said that anyone who left the regional press even 5 years ago probably has little idea of the challenges we are now facing and the changes we've had to make. Now, at times, these have been genuinely exciting. At other times, they've been genuinely heartbreaking. But all of the steps taken, the good, the bad, and the ugly, have been taken with the aim of preserving our industry and the vital functions that we serve. It's not been easy, we all know that, but progress is being made, and, as events like today show, the industry is working together for the common good more closely than ever before. And of course, there are huge positives and opportunities to counterbalance the negative view from the gallery. As we'll discuss today, technology is helping us to bring news to our audience more quickly and more comprehensively than ever before. We have burgeoning digital audiences. The readers have not gone away. They are still there, consuming our content more quickly than ever, and in many more ways than even 10 short years ago. Our titles remain the most trusted news media around. In this era of fake news and unprecedented media plurality, it is absolutely vital that we maintain our credibility and our connection with our readers. Now, one priority to achieve this is finding and retaining skilled staff, paying them accordingly, and keeping them happy and fulfilled in their work. At a time when with an explosion in PR and marketing, not least in the public sector, is depriving us of many potentially excellent local journalists, this is proving a difficult task. Equally, the looming presence of the BBC continues to see good staff from the likes of the Express and Star lost to our state broadcaster. These things happen, and I have nothing but admiration for the work the BBC does. I know how good some of their staff are. After all, we train them. But it is no good of us feeling sorry for ourselves or becoming pessimistic about the future. The responsibility lies with us to show our staff the future can be bright, they can affect change, and most of all, they can fulfill their ambitions as well as pay their bills by sticking with our industry. As the theme of today's event highlights, we all know it's not just about newspapers anymore, and probably it never was. When papers fight for their communities, bring about change, and yes, speak truth to power, it isn't just readers that benefit, it's everyone. Our regional titles, like football clubs, bind villages, towns and cities together with a common aim for the common good. Unlike football clubs, no lucrative subscription service has emerged, as yet, to lead us into a new era of prosperity, popularity and Premier League pay packets. That doesn't mean it won't happen. Not sure about the pay packets, we live in hope. But I am convinced that digital developments can provide significant revenue streams for our organisations in the next 5 years and beyond. For that to happen, however, we need to maintain the quality of our journalism and preserve the service we provide to our readers, to give them essential news and comment and information on whatever platform they choose. We need to achieve state-of-the-art technical solutions with the smoothness the Netflix and the Apple generation has come to expect. And I'm sure the sessions today from industry leaders such as Chartbeat, Nick Newman and Alison Gow, to name but three, will prove useful in that regard. And the fact that such successful people from different organisations are sharing their expertise highlights the collective approach the industry is now taking to progress. We do need to work together. We do need to be innovative, to learn from each other, and to keep fighting the good fight, as I tell the newsroom on a daily basis, to make sure that those who would do us down, write us off as irrelevant, and restrict us through regulation do not succeed in inadvertently killing off one of the most powerful lines of communication the world has ever seen. Now, I know I'm at risk of coming over old Bishop Curry here, so with that in mind, I hope you all enjoy today's event. My congratulations to the organisers. I'm sure everyone here will find it useful and informative. But one last plea from me. Before you leave, look around Wolverhampton. See the progress that this brilliant city is making. It's being rebuilt, it's being reborn. It can be done. Let's apply the same drive, determination and dynamism to our brilliant industry. Let's get on that front foot. Be positive, be passionate and do something. And remember, out of darkness cometh light. Welcome to Wolverhampton. Thank you very much.